Smash the like button if you believe that Tony Khan is a low-key misogynist for allowing all top-notch female talent to walk away from All Elite Wrestling without a fight. He fights to keep Danny Garcia and Hook, but not Jade Cargill and Mariah May seems odd.
What the hell is wrong with Tony Khan? What are you doing? Why would you allow sexy-ass Mariah May to leave for the World Wrestling Federation? Are you crazy? So, for the past 2 years, this female has been your most pushed talent on the roster, and your dumbass has no problem with her leaving for the World Wrestling Federation? That makes no sense. Listen, don't build up All Elite Wrestling as developmental. That's what it is. You are building up All Elite Wrestling as a farm system. That's dumb. It's no longer competition by that same logic. All you're doing is handing Triple H your homegrown talent. You moron, you dork, you doofus. This makes no sense. Listen, I'm sure sexy-ass Mariah May would be a star in NXT. Yes, it's obvious. Sexy-ass Mariah May would be a star if she was in the World Wrestling Federation, but that's not the point here. All I'm saying is, if you want healthy competition between All Elite Wrestling and the World Wrestling Federation, then no, you should not be campaigning for sexy-ass Mariah May to leave this early. It's not time yet. Why would Tony Khan do this? Okay, so by his dumb logic, he would rather sign Isaiah Swerve Scott, but not sexy-ass Mariah May? That makes no fucking sense. Do you realize Shawn Michaels will push this female to the fucking moon, but not Isaiah Swerve Scott? That's why the World Wrestling Federation had an issue with Con Man giving Isaiah Swerve Scott all that young moolah. That was dumb, because Swerve is a mid-carder. Okay, let's say Swerve was on Raw, SmackDown. He would be in that mid-card, guaranteed. He would not be a main eventer. He would be in that mid-card fighting Andrade, fighting Carmelo. So that was bad business. Why would you pay Isaiah Swerve Scott like some top draw? He's not a top draw. He ain't shit without Prince Nana. But let's compare him to sexy-ass Mariah May. This female is a fucking star. Look at the success of Stephanie V. Just imagine sexy-ass Mariah May on the CW network. And Con Man is dumb enough to allow this female to walk away? Bruh, resign her. Resign her tomorrow. Resign her next week. You built this female up for the past 2 years only for her to just walk to the World Wrestling Federation and for her to become a megastar like Stephanie V and Jade Cargill? That's dumb. Do not allow All Elite Wrestling to look like a stepping stone. Right now, as we speak, if Con Man allows sexy-ass Mariah May to leave, that means All Elite Wrestling is nothing more than a fucking stepping stone to the big leagues. That's what it is. That means it's no longer a competition, okay? It's no longer a competition. It's no longer a war. It's nothing more than developmental. So, what are my thoughts about sexy-ass Mariah May leaving? Well, possibly leaving. I want competition. Why would Tony Khan allow his young star to just leave for the biggest brand in the world, which is the World Wrestling Federation? I guarantee you this, if she leaves, that's it. All Elite Wrestling is done. It's not like Mariah May is an old star. No, she's young, which means she might be the backbone of the female division in the World Wrestling Federation. Bruh, that's not good. So you are going to allow your young star to be the face of the World Wrestling Federation within maybe the next 4 years? Bro, what are you doing? Okay, let's say Tony Khan releases Dr. Britt Baker. Okay, who cares? Dr. Britt Baker is not a main eventer, so who cares if she leaves? But Mariah May, that female is a fucking star. Do not allow her to leave. Like I said, this makes no sense. This is bad business. So you want to pay Isaiah Swerve Scott all that money, but not Mariah May? Listen, I do not care if it's her dream to be in the World Wrestling Federation. Who cares? That's everybody's dream. That's not the point. You pay her tons of money to stay for your company. This is Tony Khan's logic. I'm going to give sexy-ass Mariah May a strong push for the last 2 years, and then I'm going to allow her to leave for the World Wrestling Federation. Wow, that's bad business. So you built her up for your competitors. That's dumb. See, this is what CM Junk was talking about. This guy does not know business. Exactly what you did with Jade Cargill. You built her up for your biggest competitor. I'm a fan of all fake pro wrestling. I do not want the World Wrestling Federation to be the only game in town. I want competition. This is why All Elite Wrestling is important to be around. We need healthy competition. You do not want the World Wrestling Federation to relax. That's what this is. Tony Khan is doing a bad job. If she does leave, that's it. All Elite Wrestling will forever be a developmental for the World Wrestling Federation. These are facts. That's why I do not want Mariah May to leave. Not yet. Maybe 4 years, but not right now. Like I said, Tony Khan, he gives two shits about female fake pro wrestling. I was the first one to tell you that, I think last year, right? I made a video about that shit. Tony Khan does not care about female fake pro wrestling. For him to resign Isaiah Swerve Scott, but not Mariah May, not Jade Cargill, what does that tell you? He does not care about female fake pro wrestling whatsoever. Tony Khan doesn't care about female fake pro wrestling. With no contract talks whatsoever about resigning, what does that tell you about Tony Khan? This man would rather sign Hook over Mariah May. Do you get my point now? He does not care about female fake pro wrestling. This man would rather resign Danny Garcia just because he heard NXT had a tiny interest. But what about Mariah May? Last time I checked, she's a bigger star than Danny Garcia. Tony Khan has fucked up priorities. I don't know why people don't give him flack for his carelessness about the female division. I don't get it. Mariah May just had a great blood feud with timeless big booty Toni Storm for over 2 years. And for you to just flush it down the drain like it ain't shit, what does that tell you? He don't care about female fake pro wrestling. My point is, I do not want the World Wrestling Federation to hog up all the talent. That means we are going backwards, back in 2018, 2019, back when All Elite Wrestling never existed. Back when Vince McMahon had no competition. We need competition. Why would you want the World Wrestling Federation to become a monopoly where they hog up all the goddamn talent? That's dumb. That means we are going backwards as wrestling fans. That means this business is not thriving. This business needs competition. I don't care what anybody else says. Tony Khan is a failure. He has failed the people of fake pro wrestling. He's failed every fan. For him to allow Mariah May to leave, like why? You are failing your company. Mariah May has a great look, great promos, great charisma. She has great matches. To me, Mariah May is a total package. That means this was a waste of time. This was nothing more than a showcase for Shawn Michaels and Triple H. I'm telling you, if she leaves, nobody will ever take All Elite Wrestling seriously ever again. You see, these are the people that I want to leave All Elite Wrestling. I'm talking about the people that were booked like shit. Mariah May was never booked like shit. Ricky Saints was booked like shit. Wardlow, Miro, Penta, Ray Phoenix, who else? Malachi Black, guys like that. Shawn Spears, Brian Pillman Jr. Guys like that should leave All Elite Wrestling, but not Mariah May. That's being selfish. If I were to say, yeah, I want sexy ass Mariah May to leave, no, that's selfish. Mariah May is a big star for that company. I mean, yes, I would love to see Mariah May in NXT. I mean, I don't get it. She was in All Elite Wrestling for a cup of coffee. That's not a long time. 2 years? Go back and check my resume. If somebody is booked strong in All Elite Wrestling, I have never said that they should leave for the World Wrestling Federation. I have never said that. I have never said that I want big booty, timeless Toni Storm to leave. I have never said that. I have never said that I want Isaiah Swerve Scott to leave. No. If you are booked strong, stay where you're at. Okay, for example, I've been wanting Powerhouse Hobbs to leave for the past 4 years. Why? Because he's been booked like shit. That's why I want Powerhouse Hobbs to leave for the World Wrestling Federation. He's a prime example of being booked like shit. But you cannot say that sexy ass Mariah May has been booked like shit for the past 2 years. Because I gotta be honest, I never knew who the fuck she was before All Elite Wrestling. What does that tell you? That tells you Khan Man built her up as a megastar. Now, I will give Tony Khan this credit. He's great at building up nobodies into stars, because I never knew who the fuck Mariah May was before All Elite Wrestling. Yeah, but here's the weird part. He builds them up for maybe 4 or 2 years, and then he never resigns them. That's what I don't get. So, you can make the argument that All Elite Wrestling is a farm system for the World Wrestling Federation. I'm talking about the female side. That's a female diva farm system company. I'm talking about All Elite Wrestling. Look at Jay Cargill. Look at sexy ass Stephanie V. And maybe soon, Chris Aslander. Who else? Nightingale, Megan Bain. I guarantee you this. 2 years from now, Megan Bain will be in NXT. I guarantee you that. Sexy ass Megan Bain will be in NXT. Who else? What about Camille? What happened to Camille? Like I said, Tony Khan doesn't care about the female division. He does not care if Camille leaves for the World Wrestling Federation. And that's the fucked up part. He only cares about the men's division. He doesn't care about the female division. The fact that he resigned Hook, he resigned Garcia, but you don't want to resign Jay Cargill? You don't want to resign sexy ass Mariah May? This man has fucked up priorities. He values the men over the females. But those men don't draw. Hook don't draw. Garcia don't draw, bruh. Swerve sucks. Listen, Swerve, he ain't shit without Prince Nana. Stop the cap, right? Stop the fucking cap. You did not care about Swerve until Prince Nana. What about Keith Lee and Swerve? Nobody cared about that tag team. So, if she leaves, this will be a negative domino effect. I'm hoping Tony Khan rises up and resigns Mariah May. Do not allow her to leave for your biggest competitor, you doofus. Your greatest TBS female champion of all time, which was Jade Cargill, a female who took only 1 loss. Yeah, her, you built her up like she was Goldberg, and you allowed her to leave for Triple H? Okay, what about Stephanie V? That female was a double, triple champion, and you gave 2 shits about resigning Stephanie V. So let's fast forward to sexy ass Mariah May. Shawn Michaels is about to sign your most recent world champion? Wow, man, that is such a Tony Khan move. That is so dumb. You are about to allow the World Wrestling Federation to sign your most recent female world heavyweight champion. This is proof that Tony Khan only cares about the men's division. Here's my point. Just imagine if Tony Khan gave Kyle motherfucking Fletcher the world title. Do you think that Tony Khan would allow Kyle Fletcher to just walk to NXT after dropping the world title? Hell no. He would resign Kyle. He would resign MJF. You see, guys like Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy, I want those men to leave for NXT. That does make sense, but not Mariah May. It's not time yet. But I will say this. Triple H needs to chill on signing every guy and girl from All Elite Wrestling this year. Okay, here's the list so far. Phoenix, Penta, Miro, Black, Saints, May, and Paige. That's a lot. I just don't want Triple H to water down the meaning and the mystique of jumping ship from All Elite Wrestling. I'm like, bro, don't sign everybody, man. The only people that Triple H should sign are the people that were misused. Mariah May was never misused. I'm telling you, her exit will prove that Tony Khan only cares about the men's division and not the females division.